Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, so we are in the final level of Return of the Jedi at long last, which will also complete the entire original trilogy once this is finished. And interestingly, we didn't have very many ship levels in this game. I guess or not in this game, in this movie. We had the one level where we flew around on a speeder, and that one was actually pretty long. But we didn't have very many. I don't think we had any other, like, purely ship levels, and I've mentioned before, those are usually the shorter levels, but the reason I bring this up is just because this movie felt pretty short in general. I don't think I had any videos that were longer than 10 minutes, and that's just kind of weird to me that they were all so short and there were no ship levels. They missed a ton of the movie that the other games had included, so we need to work our way toward the Emperor so we can finally have the showdown with the guy. And Darth Vader is actually a lot of fun to play as because he's got like a lot of abilities with the Force, and I don't think he can use lightning, but we can do all these Sith controls, and we actually need to control the guy on the other side of the wall there, which I think Luke Skywalker can also do. Yes. We need to mind to trick the guy on the other side of the glass, and then he can step on the button that will open up the door for us. Or not the door, but at least the terminal that Darth Vader can use, because you have to be a Sith Lord to follow the button prompts on the screen. And then we can head on inside past the Elite Guard and open up the next level, or at least the final level for this movie. And it was not activating until I took like half a step forward, so that was interesting. It like zoomed me in on the cutscene and everything, but I had to take half a step forward to get the menu to show up. And now we have Emperor Palpatine in the background, trying to make us father and son defeat each other. And the boss is yet again Darth Vader. But this one is actually interesting because if you're playing co-op, then one of you is Darth Vader and the other one is Luke Skywalker. So it ends up becoming just a fight between you two, but ultimately whoever's playing Luke Skywalker will eventually win because that's just what's going to happen. Darth Vader has a limited health bar and does not respawn. And Luke Skywalker, who just got utterly destroyed, very much has a limited health bar, but does respawn. And if you want to get past this part a little faster, all you have to do as Darth Vader is just sit completely still and not do anything. I think the lightsaber throw will once again do some of the most damage here, but otherwise it's just sort of whacking away as happily as you want. But we're going to need to defeat Darth Vader more than once, of course. Once we get here, we'll just rapidly mash away, but only Luke Skywalker gets to actually mash a button. The other person just gets to sit and watch. And once you get knocked back a little bit, you'll do some fancy flips around the arena, and the next fight's gonna start. So we'll try to dodge out of the way of Darth Vader's lightsaber throws, and he's going to move this platform, or at least destroy the platform, and that'll cause us to fall onto the ground. And then I think Darth Vader's gonna hop on down here. Yep. And then we're going to have to fight him a few more times to get to the next phase. Although for this part, he's going to be looking for us. And again, if you're playing co-op, this is kind of not fair because the other player can see your screen, but that's alright. We'll just jump right into Vader, who's going to force you around, or at least out of the smoky area down there, and then the second health bar fight is going to begin. So his first shield is gone, which of course means this is his last health bar. And again, as player 2, if you're, or whoever's playing Darth Vader, you could just sit still and let the other player win if you just want to get this over with. Or you guys can actually try to have a serious showdown fight, you know, classic brother co-op problems that my household heard many times when we were much, much younger, of course. And then we'll have one final quick time button mashing event, and Darth Vader will finally see the light. And now we have to defeat Emperor Palpatine. So I remember from the first, I guess this would have been the second LEGO game, the originals I should say. This was one of the coolest fights in the entire game. Palpatine had like 2 rows of hearts and he jumped all around the arena. And we had to do all kinds of fancy cool things to actually defeat him. But in this one it's kind of lazy, so he'll shoot some lightning down at one of you. Whoever he's trying to electrocute is going to have to reflect that lightning. My goodness, all these words are messing me up today. You're going to have to reflect the lightning back to Palpatine, and that'll do a pretty good chunk of his damage, and then he's going to send some elite guards after you that you'll have to defeat. So here it looks like Luke Skywalker was the one who got electrocuted, so we'll deflect some of that lightning back into Palpatine's face, make him even wrinklier, more wrinkled than he was before, and more of these elite guard are going to show up and we'll just defeat them yet again. I remember them being a little bit fancier in the other LEGO games. I know I keep saying that, but what else, like, you can't blame me for comparing it. Those ones were really dang good and they decide that they need to basically re-release all those games and recreate them for the new LEGO Star Wars game, which I would rather them do. Okay, I would rather them do that than just make a game out of one movie like they did with The Force Awakens, because that was a fun game still, but still they had to extend, you know, the whole game around one movie. So anyway, eventually Palpatine will jump on down, and he's just going to shine a whole bunch of lightning toward one person, and then the other guy is going to rapidly mash a button, and then Luke here looks like he's going to be able to reflect more lightning, and then yet again the same thing's going to happen, and we're going to wait until, yep, there we go, we can reflect even more lightning, and once he takes all of his health and damage, that'll be it for the level and the completion of the trilogy.